going, guys? It's Deathmonk here. Today we're going to be talking more about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and what our Call of Duty leakers have found out or recently announced in regards to the new game in the Call of Duty franchise. I have just reacted to this actual trailer, so if you want to check that out, I will leave that linked down the description, as well as the original trailer that's been unedited. So, basically what our leakers have managed to find out is they've actually found out quite a few rather interesting things. First of all, we're going to quickly go to Modern Warzone. Now, as you guys can see, this was yesterday. He was actually invited out to actually see Modern Warfare 2 for the first time before anyone else. And as you guys can see, he's going to do some details on Modern Warfare, the actual games itself and what he's found out. So, as you guys can see, I'll see if I can find the beginning of this. So, how long ago was it? 33 minutes ago. So I'm just going to go from, let me figure this out. So here's everything we know so far about Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer. Includes a bit of Warzone 2 information, as well as a host of info covering new movement mechanics, swimming, new game modes, ground war, and more. So Shadow Company returns in Modern Warfare 2, but they are completely reimagined from the original Modern Warfare 2. They can cut the red tape where others cannot. They were first introduced into the rebooted Modern Warfare universe with Season 5 of Warzone. So that's interesting. Everything they've learned about the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, from characters to locations to individual mission breakdowns. Apparently Modern Warzone has us covered on that. So let's take a look at this. So as you guys can see, Modern Warfare 2 campaign details have been revealed by IW. So Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 picks up the action as the newly formed by General Shepard, Task Force 141, faces a global threat 3 years after the events of Modern Warfare 2019. The action takes place around the world as Task Force 141 works to neutralise a terrorist conspiracy and attack on the US, spanning locations across Europe, Middle East and Mexico. When a US airstrike kills a hostile foreign General Avengers promise, unless Task Force 141 and Mexican Special Forces can stop them. While most are familiar with the original Task Force 141, this one's a bit different. Let's take a look at the characters and the role they will play in the campaign. So, not all of the following information comes from a presentation given at Infinity Ward Studio. Activision and Call of Duty flew Modern Warzone out to see the game early, and everything we were shown was pre-alpha gameplay. So the characters is Captain John Price, Kyle Gaz Garrick, Lieutenant Simon Ghost Riley, Sergeant John Sub McTavish, CIA Station Chief Kit Laswell, Colonel Alejandro Vargas, who is a new character, Commander Philip Graves is also a new character, and he is the owner-operator of Shadow Company, a private military company. Reskinned and reimagined, not the same as Modern Warfare 2's original Shadow Company, and they can cut the red tape where others cannot. They have different rules of engagement than traditional military. Major Hassan is the Al-Qatala enemy. General Shepard was not mentioned in the presentation other than to remind us that he set up Task Force 141 at the end of Modern Warfare 2019. Alongside these characters are several factions, such as the returning Al-Qatala, the reimagined Shadow Company from the original MWII, Los Vaqueros, aka the Mexican Special Forces, Mexican Cartels, and more. Vaqueros, don't forget, is the Spanish for cowboys. Now that we've covered the characters and some of the settings, let's talk about the campaign missions that they were allowed to see. So Night War, and the sit rep for that was Laswell has intel on Major Hassan, who has been supplying AQ terrorists with advanced weapons. AQ has been bolstered and trained by Hassan and are a better full-fledged army as a result of it. There are 3 buildings with a convergence of AQ surrounding them. Laswell believes they're guarding Hassan. The mission Night War begins with a cutscene of a helicopter flying in at night, and Lieutenant Simon Ghost Riley giving the orders to capture or kill. You are playing as Sergeant McTavish, and you dropped into a field, and the gameplay begins after you witness a friendly helicopter being taken out. Night vision plays a huge part in the rest of the mission, as it's extremely dark outside, and the rest is clearing buildings for the most part. Real clean house vibes from MWII 2019. After clearing several buildings with extremely close CQB combat, you make your way over to the crashed helicopter with your primary objective being to defend the position. As you look out towards the tree line, which is only illuminated by nearby fires from the helicopter crash, you see dozens of AQ crossing the horizon. This section immediately made me think of defending the US Embassy in MWII 2019, which is actually to happen. Rockets hit the helicopter and the screen fades to black. Overall, this mission felt like a graphics and CQB showcase, which both looked amazing in their own respects. The second one, wet work. Setting in Amsterdam at night, intel says terrorists are using European ports to transport weapons to find Alcatala's smuggling partner. Wet work begins with Captain Price and Gaz, who we were going to be playing as, swimming in a small harbour in Amsterdam. Yes, you heard me right, swimming. This mission seemed to primarily serve a way to showcase the new water mechanics present in Modern Warfare 2, as it primarily focuses around stealth and a non-linear path to complete the objective. Gaz and Price split up to take care of threats throughout the harbour. The first kill is an underwater takedown with a knife by Gaz, which we saw during the trailer, which looked quite good for pre-alpha footage. It's worth noting that he noticed AI guards behaving in ways that he hasn't seen before. They react if they come across dead bodies and will actively search out for the player and even blindly spam shots and grenades in the water when they can't find you. A patrol boat with armed guards is circling the area, and it's up to the player how to tackle the enemies placed in front of them, whether that be with stealth or throwing knives which you could hold up to 6 at one time, or by guns blazing. This is when we learn that guns can be fired underwater, and that MWII handles both shooting through water and underwater differently than any other COD game before them. Bullets fired underwater do less damage than they would have above water, and bullets fired into water do significantly less damage than they would above. This provides players with a new way to tackle hard situations and reset the combat to gain an upper hand when things aren't going in their favour. After disposing of the threats on the patrol boat and throughout the harbour, Gaz meets up back with Price to infiltrate a local barge. As they approach the boat, they overhear a conversation in Spanish, which is peculiar considering they are in Amsterdam. They breach the barge and kill 3 members of the Mexican cartel, and they quickly learn that this is a Mexican cartel and one of the best smuggler organisations in the world. Price searches one of the cartel's members and discovers a phone. After going through his text messages, it's discovered that there's a meeting in 1 hour. Then the screen fades to black. How many have we got these? It's actually quite a few. The next one we've got here is Tower. The city settings with tons of skyscrapers. To me it looked like Chicago, but it could be wrong. The mission is very similar to one that we've already seen done in Call of Duty Ghosts, where players have to rappel both up and down a building, stealthily killing enemies before making an entrance into the building itself. I'm sure most of you Call of Duty fans will know which mission this is referring to. Instead of rappelling like they've done previously, Modern Warfare 2 allows you to approach the situation from a normal stance or upside down. Both have their own pros and cons. The player is using stealth and solving a mini-puzzle of what enemies to take out when and where. This was the shortest bit of gameplay that they were shown and was one of the coolest set pieces though, and yet again the graphics were stunning. Convoy, out of all the missions they got to see early, this was by far the coolest and contained the most innovations. Now Convoy is a mission entirely comprised of vehicle driving and combat, but not like they're used to in Call of Duty. Typically you are placed on some type of stationary turret or position on a vehicle. This mission shows that it's not how vehicular combat is going to work in MW2. In this mission you can drive any vehicle you see, both military and civilian ones alike. You can lean out of windows to shoot out vehicles' tyres to cause them to slow down and lose control, jump from vehicle to vehicle while they're still moving with a press of a button and more. He'll be sure to go into more detail about the new vehicle mechanics in a future article covering all the new mechanics they know in Modern Warfare 2 so far. All of them will be present in Warzone 2 as well. Version 2 of all gillied up. So during the presentation it was briefly mentioned that there would be a mission in a massive field in the northwestern part of Spain. It was said that they would be taking shots from 400 to 500 metres out, accounting for bullet drop and other factors. The way they spoke about it really seemed like a rethinking of the original all gillied up mission from Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. They didn't receive any further details on the mission or could see any other gameplay of it. So I want to know what you guys' thoughts of this. Let me know in the comments box down below. It seems to be very, very interesting. Sure, most of these images you probably will have seen during the actual trailer. Ricochet Anti-Cheat will arrive on day 1 and Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 on their respective launch dates. Both games bolster the ability to have up to 300 AI and 100 active players on the map at any given time, which is good. The main characters, as aforementioned, there's a list of them there. Get a few screenshots as well, that's from the trailer. Weapons seen in the game thus far: the LMP SMG, K-Block Bison, DK Mag 24, LAC 56, LAC 16, Bryson 500 shotgun, Hybrid M16 and the Expedite 12 shotgun. Mounting turrets and holes can be shot through doors in the campaign footage that they saw. there was no mention of Al-Assad or Viktor Zakhaev, sadly, during the trailer or the information that they have received. However, there was mention of General Shepard, who was talking at the beginning of the presentation. Dolphin diving, returning in Modern Warfare 2, but sliding is still in the game. Dolphin diving is meant to be a way to traverse certain geography and primarily as an escape mechanic to quickly get behind cover. Swimming is returning, of course. Call of Duty is returning to Steam, and it is official with the release of Modern Warfare 2, and it will also be available on Battle.net. There's also going to be the Vault edition of the game as well. As you guys can see, it's going to be a cross-gen bundle download as well as the Vault edition. There's going to be a Red Team 141 Operator Pack, the FJX Cinder First Ever Weapon Vault, Season 1 Battle Pass and 50 tier skips, really good. Pre-order and instantly unlock in Modern Warfare and Warzone, look the Ghost Legacy Pack, 10 weapon blueprints and 12 operator skins. So can't wait to check that out. Activision confirmed that Warzone 2 is arriving to Modern Warfare 2 later this year. Activision has confirmed that inventories and player progression will be set for Warzone 2. Warzone 1 will still remain and all of your items and progression will still be there, but it will not cross over into the new Warzone experience in any way. Standard price for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I beg your pardon, is $70 on all platforms, which I think is around £50 in the UK. I could be wrong on that. Happy to now say he's able to play Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer during the visit in IW Studios in California. He won't be able to say much as of right now. So that's really interesting from Modern Warzone, so shout out to him. Is there anything else I need to tell you guys about? New equipment coming to Modern Warfare 2, an inflatable decoy, EMP device, drill charge and tactical camera. So let's see what that's all about. That's going to be really interesting. Multiplayer will support a variety of player behaviours and allow different players to have fun in their own ways. Rusher, Run and Gun, Sentinel, Campers and Stalker are the 3 key behaviours with default loadouts crafted for the play styles. Modern Warfare 2 will have an open beta later this year, with pre-orders getting early access, of course. The beta will also be available first on PS5 and PS4, so they get the exclusivity. Is there anything else I can tell you guys about? Let's just quickly, has T-Man basically mentioned anything? Ooh, so he's basically mentioned pretty much what I probably would have mentioned during this. So what are we guys' thoughts of this? Let me know in the comments box down below. We've still got a little bit of information concerning the pre-orders. So there are 2 editions available at the moment. HIGHRISE priced from $60 to $70 for the standard edition apparently of Modern Warfare 2, and the Vault edition costs $109, which I think is around £99 if I'm not mistaken. What comes with the MWII Vault edition, I've already just covered that. We still don't know on the dates for the upcoming open beta, but once we get more information I'll be sure to let you guys know. Make sure you guys stay tuned with the channel. If you're new to the channel, please smash the subscribe button. Don't forget the notification bell on the same old videos. Make sure you guys check out the trailer if you haven't already, linked in the description and annotated at the end of this video. And thumbs up if you're all excited for the new game coming out October 28th. Until the next episode, peace out.